Failure is not the end. There are times in life when everything feels like it is going well. You have a goal, you make a plan, you work hard, you hope that things will go your way, you believe that if you try enough, you will succeed. But life does not always work like that. Sometimes, even after your best effort, things do not turn out the way you expected. You fail, you miss the result, you lose the chance, you feel disappointed. And in that moment, it can feel like everything has stopped. It can feel like the effort was wasted. It can feel like your dream is far away. It can even feel like you are not good enough. Many people, after failing, start thinking negative thoughts. Why did this happen to me? I tried so hard, but it was not enough. Maybe I am not capable. Maybe I should stop trying. These feelings are very normal. Everyone feels this after failure. It is painful because you cared about it. If you did not care, it would not hurt. But here is something important to remember. Failure is not the end of your story. It is only one part of your journey. It is only one moment in your life. It does not define who you are. One failure does not mean you are a failure. One mistake does not mean you are a mistake. One loss does not mean your future is lost. Failure is simply a sign that something did not work this time. It does not mean it will never work. Life is not a straight road. It is full of turns, stops, and changes. Nobody moves forward without falling at some point. Even the most successful people in the world have failed many times before they succeeded. In fact, failure is often part of success. It teaches things that success cannot teach. When everything goes well, we do not always learn deeply. But when things go wrong, we start to think, adjust, and improve. Failure teaches patience. Failure teaches effort. Failure teaches discipline. Failure teaches humility. Failure teaches you what needs to be changed. Failure shows you your weak points so you can become stronger. Even though it feels painful, failure is not useless. It is part of growth. Think about a child learning to walk. The child does not walk perfectly at first. The child falls many times, but the child does not stop trying. Every fall is part of learning. Every step, even if it ends in a fall, is still progress. Life is the same. You may fall many times, but every time you try again, you are improving. One important thing about failure is this. It often changes your direction in life. Sometimes you do not get what you wanted because something better is waiting for you. At first, you may not understand it. You may feel lost or confused. But later in life, many people realize that their failure helped guide them to a better path. What you thought was a loss may become a lesson. What you thought was the end may become a new beginning. But even if failure does not immediately lead to something better, it still has value. Because every attempt you make builds experience. Every effort you give builds strength. Every mistake teaches you something new. Even when no one sees your struggle, you are growing inside. When you fail, it is very important not to give up too quickly. It is okay to feel sad. It is okay to rest. It is okay to take time to heal your mind. But do not stay in the belief that you cannot succeed. Because thoughts after failure are often emotional, not final truth. When emotions are strong, everything feels bigger than it really is. A small mistake can feel like a huge disaster. A single failure can feel like the end of everything. But in reality, life continues. And you continue too. One failure is not your whole life. It is just one page in your story. And your story is still being written. You have more pages ahead. You have more chances ahead. You have more opportunities ahead. That is why giving up is not the answer. Instead, try to understand what happened. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What can I improve next time? What should I do differently? These questions turn failure into learning. And learning turns failure into progress. Another important thing is not to compare yourself with others. Everyone has a different journey. Some people succeed quickly, some people take more time, some people fail many times before they succeed. Social media and daily life may make it look like others are doing better, but you do not see their struggles. You only see results, not their process. So do not measure your life by someone else's timing. Measure it by your own progress. Even small progress is still progress. Even slow progress is still moving forward. And moving forward is what matters. Remember this clearly. Failure does not mean you are weak. Failure means you are trying, and trying is a sign of strength. People who never try never fail, but they also never grow. But people who try, even if they fail, are the ones who eventually learn and succeed. So if you are going through failure right now, do not be too hard on yourself. Be patient. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself time to recover. Then stand up again. Try again. Not because everything will be easy, but because your journey is not finished. You are still learning. You are still growing. You are still becoming stronger every day. One day, you will look back at this moment, and you will see that it was not the end at all. It was just a difficult step in your journey. You will realize that the pain you felt became strength. The failure you experienced became wisdom. And the moment you almost gave up became the moment that shaped your success. So keep going. Even if it is slow, even if it is hard, even if you are unsure, keep going. Because failure is not the end. It is only part of your path. And your path is still leading forward. Thank you.